Hi friends, this is Miss Andrea from the Hickory Corner branch of the Mercer County Library System, and today I'd like to talk to you about author Laura Numeroff. So here is her picture close up, and I've got her website on my laptop behind me there, and she is a best-selling children's author, and she's most known for a series of books that started with this one, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Do you guys know this book? I love this book. It's been around since I was a kid. And so I want to tell you a little bit about Laura. She grew up in Brooklyn, New York, so not far from here at all. And she was the youngest of 3 daughters. And in their house growing up, there was always music and art and books, and it inspired her to go on to the Pratt Institute when she was older. And she got a degree in communications. And then she wrote her first children's book in 1975, and it was called Amy for short. And then 10 years later, in 1985, she came out with If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Now, this book was rejected 9 times before someone agreed to publish it. That means she got 9 no's before she got a yes, and I'm so glad she didn't give up, because after this book, she went on with the series and added more characters, and I'm going to show those to you now. So she's got Moose, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. And then she's got Pig. Pig has 2 books. If You Give a Pig a Pancake, and If You Give a Pig a Party. And Cat. Cat is If You Give a Cat a Cupcake. And then Dog, If You Give a Dog a Donut. And then Mouse got another book with another tasty treat, If You Give a Mouse a Brownie. So this series is so popular. It has been sold over 4.5 million times, and it's been translated into 14 different languages, and then recently it's been turned into a show on Amazon Prime, so I'm going to show that to you now. It's an animated series, so if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie show. So she has other books. She doesn't just have this one series, so I'm going to show you a few of those now. She's got this series with the jelly beans, this book called Would I Trade My Parents? Good question. Would you? And then When Sheep Sleep is another one. And we've got a few more here. Just want to show you what mommies do best. And what's cool about this book is when you flip it over, it's what daddies do best on the back. So she does have a bunch of other books that are not part of the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series, but she is best known for this series right here. So we reached out to her and we asked her if she could share something with you guys, and she recorded a video of herself reading If You Give a Moose a Muffin, and I'm so excited to share that with you now. Do you want to watch with me? Okay, great. So I'm gonna pull it up here on my computer. There it is, and I'm gonna zoom in on it for you so that you can watch it and see if you can spot my friend Mouse in the background there. And I'll meet you back here when it's done.
Hi, I'm Laura Numeroff, and I'm the author of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and this book, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. And it's illustrated by Felicia Bond. So let's see what happens when you give a moose a muffin. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. The tiny little muffin in the big moose's mouth. So you bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. Look how big his antlers are. Oh my goodness. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another. And another. And another. And when they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix. And he'll want to go with you. Look, the tiny little purse. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. When he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. I didn't know Moose had grandmothers. Guess they do. So he'll ask for some old socks. He'll make sock puppets. When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paints. Then he'll ask you to help him make the scenery. And he's listening to music. What kind of music do you think the moose listens to? I think it's music. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. Everybody make antlers, good antlers. So he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" It'll scare him so much, he'll knock over the paints. Oh, what a mess. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess, and then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him the jam, what do you think he's going to want to go with it? That's right, he'll want a muffin to go with it. And when I was writing this book, If You Give a Moose a Muffin, I had to do research to find out what kind of berries moose like to eat and where do they grow. So I learned a lot about moose when I was writing this book. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Welcome back, friends. Did you enjoy that? Wasn't it so awesome to hear the author read her own book? I have to admit though, it certainly made me hungry, so I had to sneak off to the kitchen to get a muffin with some blackberry jam, just like Moose likes. So these are super yummy. If you guys want to make muffins at home after reading that book, go right ahead. It's a great activity. And so I thought I would share some other activities that you can do with the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series. And so I want to start by showing you how you can find the books in the Mercer County Library System catalog. So here is our catalog website, and all I did was type Laura Numeroff into the search box up here, and I chose author from the drop-down menu. And then on this side, I did limit it to picture books so that you can see all of her books, and you'll see there's not just the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series, there are several others, but you'll see all the ones in that series as well. So hopefully you can grab some of those books. And I want to share this other website with you. It's called mousecookiebooks.com. And you will see it has all the characters, mouse, dog, moose, pig, and cat. And it shows you all of their books. And then, so here's all the books. And then there's a tab for all the different characters. And then right here is a tab for all these different activities that you can do. And a lot of this stuff you can print out and you can do at home. Oh, look, color a cupcake. My daughter did this one yesterday. So we printed that out and we just colored it in. So there's a lot of different ones you can do. She made Dog's donut. She colored Moose with his sock puppets. And then there are even some games you can play up here. Isn't that exciting? So these are games that you can play right on the computer. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about our author and illustrator, so there's Laura Numeroff again, and there's Felicia Bond. She's the one that draws all the illustrations for If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series. So I hope that you enjoyed her reading the story to you today and learning a little bit more about Laura Numeroff, and I really hope you get to read some of her books very soon. Bye, friends.